Spring arrived, and as the trees blossomed and the land began to gear up for growing, life on the farm moved forward at a pace. It started with a spring clean, of course.
Hello, Rosa. So today I am in the first part anyway is really to try and clean up as much of the debris on the yard as possible, and I'm hoping that I can create like a border along the stone house, along the yellow house here. It's not going to be a flower bed, it's going to be a place to put pots, because we decided that trying to create a raised bed and lift the concrete and do whatever was just the dangers of us opening up potential water ingress into the cellar was just too risky. So I'm going to section this area off and then define it as an area to put some nice little pots. I've got an idea for making a pot from some of the roof tiles, but we'll see. For now though, I just need to get as much of the muck and the dust and the debris away, because part of the problem we've got with certainly this section of the concrete drive or floor area is the concrete, particularly there. The concrete's degrading, it's wearing away and it's unstable. Here it's fine, but then you're on quite a lot of rock, and this part of the drive of the yard, you've got pieces of the rock, I've already said, sticking up out of the concrete. So I've got to figure out how to cover that over. But for now, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time getting rid of as much of the dirt and the dust as I can, because when it's rained over the winter, the concrete continues to degrade and all the particles get washed down onto the terracey area. So that's the job. It's a bit more of a blustery day, and they've all said rain's coming. So it's like, oh, okay, do what I need to do because the rain is coming. So that's what I'm doing, sweeping and cleaning. I read somewhere about that if you've got unstable concrete, then you need to take it up and start again. But it's like, I don't know that we've got that option, to be quite honest here. And it really is. It's like I've got to get all the bits of wood and everything, and the more that you take all of those out, because if we put a cap on the top of it and there's any remnants of bits of wood, or rotting wood, then it's going to carry on rotting within the concrete, which is going to add to our problem. So I'm not entirely sure what to do about this. Perhaps having the wood chopping area on here is not a good idea. sort of realised just how much debris is getting washed down here and onto the terrace. So just excuse my dog. He's going nuts because his nemesis is wandering around village. There is a black dog here called Preto. There are a few dogs I don't like, but that's one of them. And it was the first dog to attack him, so this dog attacked him in the street. He was with Chris and he was on his lead, and this dog just came up behind him and just went for him. And then another big dog then followed that up by biting him, and he ended up with 3 broken ribs. So yeah, they're not friends. And neither am I, to be honest.
After several hours of removing all the debris from the yard, I was ready to start the fun part of my day and creating a fake flower bed.
Ah. Oops, I don't have quite enough stones. So this was an idea because I bought a bag of white stones and I never got around to using it, and it's like I can go and put it on the white part of the drive, or and then I thought about this, if we're not going to hope these stay, we need a space that's like this is for plant pots and flower and growing things like that one, and then it'll be, we just have a separate area and use up some of the white stones and kind of link this part of the yard to the white stuff. We're not going to have white stones all over it, but just do that. But I need another bag of stones to finish it off.
So I managed to get some more white stones and finish the edge of the yellow house, along with a plant pot made from some ridge tiles. Thank you very much, Pinterest, for the idea. Yes, the early part of spring invigorated us, and we tackled some projects that had been hanging around for a while. Chris kept his promise to the apple tree to resurrect her and use her as part of the post for the vine. Moving that into place was an interesting challenge. With that post in place, we could start to organise the vine and provide some much needed shade over the terrace for the summer. I used up the remaining roof tiles and created a final raised bed on the garden terrace. In this bed, I'll try to grow vegetables that like the shade or can grow in the shade, like broccoli. We also had a fun afternoon rebuilding the balustrade over the stream. One of the stones that supported all the rocks had collapsed and we knew we needed to rebuild it. So we became experts at moving big stones. We've begun to create a floor level at the back of the garage, which set off Chris's shoulder. He installed a concrete beam at the back of one part of the garage, and generally the garage is making progress, so long as Chris doesn't injure his shoulder any further. So with the early spring update, I shall leave the story for now. I need to go and make some concrete and level some floors. See you again soon.